Hi, all you creative people. This is lovely creative people, not just creative people, lovely creative people. This is June from Oakland Lane's Designs. Can't talk. Hey, Martha, how are you? I'm glad you're here. And I don't think I flipped my camera. So, yeah, I'm a little bit backwards, but that's okay. Once I move down to my desk, let me just flip it because it's gonna make me crazy. And now I'm gonna have everybody going backwards and forwards. But you know what? I like mirroring my camera. I feel much better. At least I know what hand is where. Hi, Sandra. How are you? I'm glad you're both here. This is gonna be a fun one. I hope. You never know with the way things go here. Um, I'm gonna make the Ghost of Christmas present. And I got this all straightened out in my head, first of all. The book calls them the three spirits, but each one is named the ghost of. So it's the ghost, because I thought it was the spirit of Christmas past. No, all of them together are spirits, and they're each the ghost, according to the book, or at least the one that I'm using currently. So the Ghost of Christmas past is almost done. I really did a silly thing. Let's see. I have this is I took a shower before I got on because I was really sort of gross. I'll show it to you when I go down. I was waiting when we moved the camera down. I was waiting for some buckles and stupid. Okay, I already had the small buckles and the big buckles. I bought small and big, and I didn't realize I did. If I thought about it, I would have realized that I had the small buckles. But I got the big buckles because it goes to Christmas present. That's one's going to need a bigger buckle because that's a bigger mouse altogether. Because in the book, it's a giant. Hey, Tony. Hi, Antonio. I got a story for you too. So, the small buckles, I was waiting for the buckles before I put the belt on the Ghost of Christmas Past because I got to put the belt on and then I can attach the accessories. And I'll show you where we're up to right now. The accessories are, oh, let me see, I'm going to turn off this light. Sorry for sticking my nose in the thing. I'm going to turn off this light. Hold on. So maybe you can see it a little bit better because white on white, no. Oh, wait. There you go. There she is. And she's standing on a little platform. And hopefully everybody can see this. She lights up because there is a light that comes streaming out of the top of her head. Of course, we have the candle snuffer and the holly to go in the other hand. But before I attach these seriously, I wanted to, well, straighten that out. I wanted to get the belt on her. There you can see all the decorations I did. I attached little nail flowers. I was so excited. I've never used nail things before because as you know, I don't have nails. But I used the nail things. So I have some things to do. I have to figure out what I'm going to use as a belt, what I'm going to use as a buckle for the belt. And I think I might just use a piece like an earring or a small something or other. I can find it because the buckles that I bought don't work. And then I just have to fix a few other little things like the back of her tail. I want to fix it. I was also waiting for that little tiny rug that she's standing on. Oh, and here's the underneath. I'm going to fix that a little bit. I already signed it, but I'm going to fix it a little bit. And the other thing, now let's see if I have, oh, wait, you're going to be crooked for a second. Hold on, everybody. You're going crooked because I have this, my PC is sitting on a box. I have this hair. And in the story, she has, or it has, it doesn't say which one, it doesn't say sex. It has long white hair. So let me see if I could set this up for you just to see what it would look like. Um, well, it's going to be hard because everything is in the way, but just give me a second. Maybe we can do it a little bit. Because, okay, let's get the holly out of here because the holly is just So I'm thinking, I know it's a mouse, and I know that I didn't put hair on Mrs. Cratchit, but these are spirits. And I was thinking of adding, and I don't know if anybody can see that, a little long hair to her. Okay, just to see. And like putting just a few strands here and there. Hi, Joanne. How are you? Hi. Yes, Martha, I got the nail ones. I think I showed everybody the packet. I don't know where the heck the packet went. I think it's back in this box. So I'm thinking, I know, isn't it? I love it, Antonio. With the lights. Where's you're going crooked again? I don't know where the rest. Wait, the rest of my nails in here? Yeah, I got this packet. Although I changed the things up a little bit. I got this packet. It was on Amazon. It was real cheap. I added some of my own, and I used a lot of the little ones, which are over here. I think it was like $8 for that whole thing, just to add some flowers. So I have to feel out. I don't know what you guys thought about the hair. Maybe you think it's good, maybe you think it's not. But maybe not. Once I get that belt on, which I could have been doing last week if I realized. Because wait, I'm supposed to look over here. Last week, if I realized that the belt buckles I ordered were that I was waiting for, one I already had, and two, they was too small, I could have gotten this whole thing done. But c'est la vie, live and learn. We'll continue. Okay, so that's the ghost of Christmas past. She's almost done. Thank goodness. Now let's get the light back on. Again, I'm sorry for my nostrils. There you go. All righty. Okay. So I said hello to Joanne. Glad she's here. I got Martha, I got Sandra, and I got Antonio. Oh, Antonio, I wanted to tell you the cute little story. I don't know if everybody knows, or probably not because I didn't say it. My sister, last week, at the beginning of last week sometime, fell and broke her ankle, or have two bone chips in her ankle, and she's in the boot. Like Antonio, you were in the boot for a long time. I don't think she's coming in tonight because she's not feeling up to it. Long story short, she has one of those little trikes that you manually push, and she also got a little electric scooter that they rented for like a month because according to the powers that be, she only needs to boot on for 6 weeks. I don't know. So Antonio, I went and I got her the horn, and I got her some streamers because and I think the streamers have lights in them because I know she likes these little lights and stuff like that. So I finally got it over to send it to her. Amazon must think I'm like half a loon sending bite horns, and she was going to be here blowing the horn that I got. Yeah. But this is my new gift for everybody who has broken legs. I don't know, to put it on their little tricycles, or as Cora has, a little electric scooter. Okay, enough chatting about all of that. Let's move you over so we can start working. Move you over. It's over here. Okay. Oh, settings. And which camera do I want? I want this one. No, I want that one. I don't have that one anymore, and I don't want it mirrored. Okay, let's get that off. Let's get that up. Okay, got chat up, got that up, got everything going. All right, moving that over. Okay. So, yeah, I started working on it because I wasn't sure it was going to work, and I didn't want to spend the whole time doing things, and it just wasn't going to work. So, as usual, I started working on the ghost of Christmas present. He's big. Now she's a little small, but this one's got to be a giant, a big one. So this one's bigger than Scrooge and all the rest of them because I tried to, make it bigger than them because it's got to be big. And I'm realizing some things that I like. I used to do all the polymer clay work, or most of it, at least the tail and the feet, before I did the needle felting. But now that I'm figuring out different ways to make it look like a natural break between the needle felting and the polymer clay, because that's why I always like to needle felt after the polymer clay. It's much easier for me to needle felt first and then polymer clay because, and let me explain this little toe right here, can everybody see it? I'll use a pointer. This little toe fell off and I couldn't find it. I don't know when it fell off, where it fell off. Could have been anywhere. Could have been downstairs, upstairs. Who knows where it fell off. And I had to redo it. But since I already had the wires through her, because the wires go through her, through the tail, and then to the bottom, I couldn't put her in the oven. So I had to use my heat gun. And that was a little nerve-wracking that I might have messed it up. So I wrapped her in tin foil and wet Bounties and everything else like that because I didn't want the heat to go into, because everything else that was on her was fine except for the wires. So, yeah. Oh, yes, Martha, I wanted to talk. You got your new truck. I love your new truck. Gorgeous red truck. It's beautiful. I saw it on Facebook today. May you always drive in safety. So now I decided, especially since this one's not standing, he's sitting, I'm going to do the polymer clay stuff after. And that way I can twist them, turn them, bend them, and not have to worry about me breaking off any toes or fingers. Now, usually I do like the nose the last thing, but I'm going to, and I can do the feet before I do the hands, which I might do because there's going to be wires going through this one because he holds a cornucopia, and I just got to read what comes out of the top of the cornucopia. I don't know if it's lights or just like fluffy, lovely, Gracie looking stuff. I don't know. So I just left an option to be able to put a wires through him. Okay, so now here comes the barrel. I'll tell you what I've done so far. And I left a couple of them here. Oh, here's the belt buckles I was waiting for. Let's get that finished. If I can. Okay. Here's the big ones. I love these belt buckles because they're so decorative. But the big ones are too big and the little ones are too small. So that's why I have to think of something else. And I'll come up with something else. But the big one one of the big ones is going to be used for him. Yeah, it's a beautiful red truck. If you're going to have a truck, it should be red, or my favorite, or black. I like black a lot, but red's a beautiful color for a truck. Okay, so I have made a barrel before, and I don't remember how I did it, and I was trying to figure out how I did it. It was a bigger barrel than this one, and then I think I did it similar to this, except for this copper pipe, which is where the lights would go through if I'm putting lights in the cornucopia. But I just figured that let me make it with this in there, and I don't have to use it if I don't want lights. Okay, so I took a dowel. I measured out how tall I wanted the barrel to be, and I cut it down using my easy cutter and also a saw. And then I started using that circle cutter I got from Amazon, that red thing that was driving me crazy. Yeah, but I'm starting to learn how to use it. And I cut circles of different diameters. So the circle cutter isn't big enough to cut, is too big. It doesn't cut small little circles like that. So I put my compass in there and I just etched circles around. So I had an idea, because this doesn't have to be exact. Oh, you did not want red? Aw. Well, red is snazzy. I like everything black, so you can't really go by me, but red is my second best favorite color. Or should I say, Red has always been my favorite color since I was a little kid, but it's been supplanted by black. So I just need, I don't need this to be neat as so much as I just need the circle so that I can put my dowel through this. And when I made the other one, or in the process of making it, I forgot that I might want to run electricity through it. So, or not electricity, wires. So I had to put this in after this was all glued in, and I wasn't starting all over again. So I know it's crooked, and that's okay because I only need to put wires. Nobody's going to see it. But if I knew, I was doing this, I would have made the little holes prior to going through and doing all of, gluing it down. But, sometimes you just got to go backwards a little bit. I was watching Adam Savage. That's the most important part. I was watching Adam Savage, and even he makes mistakes, and he's a real pro, right? But he had, and I've been watching some other people, and I've been making thinking about a new thing. What I've been thinking about, and we're going to have a, private video for this. Not that, a lot of people watch my videos. But when I do the velvet, whatever you call it, cloak for him, because all he has on is pants and a cloak. And I don't even know if he has on pants, but I'm putting pants on him. I don't think he has boots. I have to look, see if I can see any pictures. He has a belt and a rusty scabbard. So now I'm going to be making scabbards. What was I going to say? I am going to make a cloak out of like a very light material, like t-shirt material or something, and sew it the way I want to, then take it apart and take the pattern from that. So I'm going to make the pattern out of paper first, and then I am going to try to guesstimate where this thing would be, because of course it's at the wire doesn't want to go through. So I'm just going to guesstimate. Okay. Did I make enough of a mark? Yes, I did. Look at that. So I'm sorry, I'm talking and thinking at the same time. I'm going to, oh gosh, why didn't I have something under this? Because I really don't want to make any more holes in my, okay. There we go. Probably make a hole anyway. I'm going to make it out of t-shirt material, and then I'm going to take it apart and use that. But I'm going to make it out of t-shirt material because there's a lot of parts of it that I wanted to drape and cloaks, because cloaks come out, but then they have to be, what do you call that, tucked here? I forgot what you call them. It's not a pleat, it's a darts or something like that. So I want to do that in the other fabric so I have an idea of what I'm going to be doing with the velvet, because I don't want to mess around with velvet, because velvet's a real big pain in the neck, especially if you use glue on velvet. Most fabrics you can get fabric tack off if you don't want to sew it, but you can not on velvet. If it gets on the velvet, even if you let it dry, it'll take the nap off. So I really don't want to have that problem. Okay, Joanne saw it, dang right. She's going down to West Virginia. Nice. Are you just going down to go down? Are you going to meet some people? Is it a vacay? Well, obviously it's a vacay. Okay. Oh, it's just so much more fun with this copper. It wasn't this hard to get these on, but I guess the trying to get it with the copper tubing is getting it. Okay, boys and girls, you should go on. First hubbies. Aw, that's sweet, Joanne. That makes sense. Velvet like, so yes. Antonio, yes, it wiggles and you ruin it. And I mean, I have enough velvet to play around and ruin because that's always interesting. You should when you're working with velvet, but okay, that worked. Now I have a mark here somewhere. I just got to figure out where on the, oh, there it is. Okay. Your first husband's family. All righty. So-called family. I don't know what that means, but that's okay. I don't have to. Do I have to take it off to get the glue in there? You know what? No, I'm not. Not going to take that off again. So I was watching Adam Savage make a spinning wheel. That was fun. Oh, and the reason why, okay, here's my thing. I have some Cosclay. I just bought some brown Cosclay. I'm putting it in the wrong spot. Isn't that smart of me, June? You are just so smart sometimes. There you go. Okay, that looks good. And then we just have to do the last one. And I'm having it's under where my PC is for weight. I've been having it all pretty much since this afternoon, since noon. Leaching out. And I'm going to be putting clay over this, polymer clay. And I don't remember if I covered the last one with like paper strips. So this, I'm going to try it without the paper strips to go over, just and hope these ribs would just be enough. I don't know. We're gonna find that out rather soon. Okay, I'm going to here. I'm trying to find some vintage. Yeah, okay. Joanne, I gotta tell you, gluing velvet is really scary because, like I said, you gotta be real careful. And you gotta make sure, like sometimes I realize I have glue on my hands. And, you know, because you just get messy. And if you touch it and it gets on the velvet, you ruined it. The other thing is, especially with fabric tack, and I know I don't do this a lot, you're supposed to wait for it to set for like, I don't know, 30 seconds, a minute. And I find that it works much better with velvet that way. And first husband lives like 3 hours from now. Okay. You don't have to. Are you friendly with you? Well, never mind. Doesn't matter. We've never talked about your prior husband, so I don't really know that much about him. Which is not that I have to know anything about him. It's not my business, really. Okay, let's see. So now I'm making this a lot stronger than it really has to be because I don't think the mouth is going to be that heavy. But you know what? It never hurts to make things that'll last. Right? Okay. I know this isn't wide enough. I can go underneath there. Let's get these out of the way, because you know what? I start throwing things around and I start losing things. Okay. Okay, and let's see. Let's get an idea of where that thing, because to pull this through for some reason is being a real pain in the neck to get through. I guess because it's tight. So, and again, you're not going to see one part of it, because one part is going to be glued down to the base that I'm going to make. But we are trying to line it up without lining it up. Okay. I think that's good. You know what? Let's just go over here. If you make a bigger hole, who cares? We chat now. Oh, that's nice, Martha. Ooh, wee. Oh, you can't see what I'm. And I just made a hole through my mat. No, I didn't. Maybe I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, whatever. This mat is a little on the old side. I was using this old barbecue skewer or something to try to get it. It was, as usual, my usual typical disasters. Is this not good? Probably not. Do I need to make another hole? Let's see. Let's get it through here first. Okay. Let's see if I can get it on. This copper tubing is making it so much more exciting. Let's leave it like that. If I bend it. Okay. Okay, that'll get it on. Okay, I'm gonna go like this because I don't want that sticking out. Okay. Is this on? Okay, now this has got to get reamed down a little bit. Oh, all to put lights through. Okay. Alrighty. You know what? This dries faster. I don't feel like playing around with this one. We'll do a finger because I don't really feel like getting the. This is easier to clean. I just want to get it from both sides. Sloppy way of doing it, but you know what? It works. Right now, I just want something to work. Okay. And okay, I have two, oh, here's one. Never mind, it's hiding. It was hiding. Okay. That's the basic construction of it. The skeleton, I hope, part of it. I'm gonna put this on the side. Now this is a mini wire cutter, and I have to cut the top off. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this the way I want to do it. Can I pull this through? Yeah, we're gonna have to play with this a little bit, but I gotta pull this through a little bit because I want to cut this. Now what this does is it cuts the wire without, electricians use it without, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this right now, but I couldn't cut it before. Let's get it down a little bit. It cuts the wire without scrunching the tube, without crimping the tube. Crimping is the proper word. Let's see if we can do this. Got to get it in there. Okay. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. Ah, it's a little hard holding. Okay. That's right. That's what we're going to do. Get it up. Get it in. Huh. Okay. Did I make it too tight? Yeah. That's too loose. I don't know if this is going to work. It's so much easier when you cut the tube prior. I am getting something. It's how did this work? And then you tighten it a little bit. This does work, guys, but I'm having my usual trouble with anything when I try to do it live because it's also a little bit. Oh, that piece came off? Okay, not a problem. We'll put that back on. And you just tighten it a little bit as you go around. And all of a sudden that one of them, it just breaks. And it's coming. I think this will be the one, hopefully. Come on, what's happening? How thick is this tube? It can't be that. There you go. Woo! This tube is thicker than I thought. Well, now I got to remount the edges a little bit, but let me get this part back on. Hold on. I got to get this down. Okay. Get this back on. Ah, such a mess because I didn't think of this prior. Okay. Such a mess. Hey, easy peasy. Let's go. Why aren't you going in? You were in. You go in. Are you really kidding me right now? There you go. Oof. Okay. Oof, guys, that was fun. Gosh. All right. Well, thankfully, nobody is going to be seeing this part of it, except for you. Okay. Okay. That's the right size. That's okay. All right. And this can go through the base. This piece can go through the base. I'm not concerned about that. And that just does have to be reamed out a little bit because the tube you can see is that, and then that's. Can everybody see the difference? I don't know if you can. All right. And thank you. And this can go over there too. Let's see, this is copper, so it should be soft enough to do this, but let's just yep, okay. Yeah, you remount the hole. Do I have something that's supposed to do that? I thought I had this thing. Oh. I'm sorry. What is June making? Oh, I'm making a barrel. She needs super spaces, looks like. Yes. It's a skeleton. No, I'm not going to do that. It's not going to look like it. It looks like a spine, though, doesn't it? Nope. This is going to be a barrel. It'll all become abundantly clear in the next step. I promise. Okay. Because the polymer clay wouldn't hold its shape if I didn't do this. This got all messed up because I messed it up. Okay, come on, stick. Darn it. Alrighty. Let's move over to polymer clay and see what disaster I can do now. Okay. Let's get this up. All right. Let's see if I can use this little lovely thing that I've had for years. Gosh, everything is creaky and cranky. There we go. Look at that. Oh, we're gonna. Okay. Let's see what we're going to be able to do now. Look at that. Okay. All righty. Okay. Let's get it's under the here. So I got to lift. Oh, you don't see it because you're looking at the other part. Okay. All right. Not a lot came off. Why not? Oh, a lot more came off on this side. Okay. So this is my Cos clay that I had under weights. I like the brown of, and I forgot what it was called, the light brown of the Primo clay better than this color. It's a little darker, but we'll just have to paint it better. The Primo color brown, but they only had it in like 2 ounces, and it just was like, okay, not cost effective. Yeah, I didn't get it. So let's see how the easiest thing, okay, first thing is, I don't know if I'm gonna have to take it off here or if I can do it on this, is make a straight line. Oh, comes off very nicely. Now, is this, I don't know if this thickness, oh, can you see what yes, you can see what I'm doing. And I don't think I'm going to need no, come on. This isn't working. I'm going to take it off because it seems like it's, you know what? I'm going to just take it off this thing. Wait, can I do it that way? This isn't long enough. I don't know how to make this thing narrower because you can't. No, no way. Okay, you know what? I don't need it on here. I'm thinking that will be enough of a spine for the barrel so it flows, and so that it doesn't look like there's ridges underneath. Now, of course, you know, I have to put those bands around it too. That might look bad. I didn't think I made it that big of a difference. Oh, I really don't want to have to do this all over again. Let's try a bigger piece before we get all bent out of shape. Let's try. I'm just going to try. I don't know if this is the size. Oh, this looks like a good size. Well, let's see. What would be a good size for the one? I'm trying to figure out for the things. What's the size of the wood? A little bit more than 1/4 of an inch. So that's 1/4 of an inch and a little more, 1/16. This is gonna, why would that be? There's not much of a difference between this and this, so. This is just a little wide. So you know what we're gonna try to do? Hold on. We are gonna get a sander maybe? Ouch. Let me attempt not to get my June, you should have wrapped paper around the dowel to make spaces and make it sturdier. That I could have done too. Yeah. Well, on this round, we're just going to leave it like this. It's absolutely true, Martha. I should have, but hopefully it'll hold. Because what I was even thinking of putting CA glue on all of the paper circles and making them really, you know, like wood. And what I could do now, if I wanted to, is just put paper strips this way, and that would hold it. I know what you're talking about as far as spacers in the wood. That would have been an excellent idea. I was thinking of that at one point. But if this works, once I put the polymer clay on it, it's going to become a pretty solid piece. If this works. If not, you know what? We'll start all over again tomorrow from scratch and have all this worked out at a much better way than this one. But I figured if worse comes to worse, at least I'm showing you how I do a barrel and how you could do a barrel if you ever wanted to make a barrel. I'm sure everybody is running out there to make a polymer clay barrel. What am I doing tomorrow anyway? I don't think I'm doing anything tomorrow. That I have nothing tomorrow to do. So if I have to redo it, maybe I'll go on tomorrow and show everybody how I redid it. If I have to go on during the day sometime. Just I'm also like this is glued in. It's wiggling, but it's not moving on the dowel. It's just wiggling because, you know, I don't think it would, and I don't know, maybe the paper strips would work on this. This is wiggling more because I'm being impatient because when you know, it's hard when you go live because you can't wait for anything to dry. I could have just dropped this and moved on to something else, which I don't know what the something else would be right now, but or I could have walked away and watched a YouTube video or something like that. But I can't sit here and watch YouTube videos in the middle of a live. Okay. Now that I've gotten everything dirty on the table, it's always good to get everything dirty before you work with polymer clay. Shaking the head. Let's get some alcohol. Woo! Okay, well, let's see. Let's get that strip. Okay. And you know what? This is the funny part. All of this for something that you're not even going to see. You're really not going to see very much of this barrel because he's sitting on it and his coat is draped around it. So there's going to be very little of this that anybody is going to see, which is always makes me laugh that I work the hardest on things you don't see. I don't like that it's a bit bumpy here. And I don't, was it because there's two of them? Why, there's not that much of a, like there's, okay. The diameter between here and here is almost the same as it, like, as far as if I drew like a straight line and how far up this is. This one is just really sticking out if you can see the profile of it. And I don't like how that looks. It's not, a barrel is sort of smooth until it comes to the ends. Yeah. Because if it just looks like it's really sort of pregnant here. Sorry, I don't mean to be. Okay. All right, let's try something else. All righty. Why am I using the cutter for that? Oh, gosh. That's really making a mess. If I have to glue strips on it, that means we're not going to get to the polymer clay portion of it because these are not going to dry. And I don't even know if paper towel is going to work, or let's just see. Paper towel works. If it works, it works. So, I worked a little bit in my garden. Well, what I did was I have a couple of trees that they push up a lot of runners down by where the trunk meets the ground, like, right around it. It pushes up from under, and that's not good for the tree. So I cut them off, and then I made my weeding thing because I use the vinegar, salt, Epsom salt, and Dawn, and then I mix it up in a sprayer. So I did the weeds twice. I went around with the weeds because sometimes that stuff is not, because it's not, it works, but what was I going to say? You have to spray it a couple of times, and then you got to spray it throughout the season. So it's not like, whatchamacallit, chemical stuff. And so I had to do that. And then I trimmed out my my mint and my sage. And let's see, tomorrow, because I was trying to think of what I have to do tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to put some, I have some leftover. The guys left me some sand because they redid the front walkway, putting this new type of sand in. But I didn't do the whole house because it was just too expensive. But they left me some leftover. So I'm going to put a little sand around one area of the bricks that isn't, it's got a lot of places that sand could be used. So, but I try to walk an hour every day, and I'm finding, surprisingly, and maybe it's because I've been wearing long pants and I have to get like shorts or where, you know, the ones that come between, I usually like the ones that come between your knee and your ankle. I forgot what length that is called. So I'm going to have to start wearing those because I don't even know if I have any, because I think I tossed out a lot of them from last year because I didn't like them. Because it was, I'm finding it is very hard to walk in the heat. We put the central air conditioner on today. We just got it and, you know, inspected or looked over. So we put it on today. Capris, thank you. Them. Couldn't think of what the heck they were. Okay, maybe that'll, you know, make it not look so bad. So yeah, we did that. So we put it on today because it was getting hot. And Megan works a lot of times in the house, and she stays in her room with the door shut. So, you know, if she gets phone calls and stuff, because I usually have something going on making noise. And she was all sweaty. So we just said, you know what, let's put it on. So, you know, thinking about this, if you don't like polymer clay, you could take paper strips, sort of, and be more careful than I am being right now, and use paper strips. I mean, they might bunch up over here, but you can use paper strips to do this if you wanted to make it. The only thing is, what I would do before I put the paper strips on is I would paint them to look like wood. Now, this is paper towel, Bounty, so, you know, this isn't gonna look like wood. But you can get the effect of a barrel. And this is why I was always saying the Ghost of Christmas Present is going to be the one that has the most details on it. Because this alone is, you know, making barrels. I got to make another little one, but I figured I'd start with the big one first. And then after this guy is done, it goes to Christmas Future. Now that's where we're going to have some fun. I'm going to do a gravestone and all that good stuff. Oh, Eddie's home. Oh, and I got the pedestal sink in the bathroom downstairs, had a little crack in it, and when we got the end, what? Okay, here's the story, and it's been very stressful for me. So I'll just tell you some stressful stuff that's going on with me. Why not? My husband was an electrician. Is anybody here? Okay. My husband was an electrician, and he worked, even though we live out in Suffolk, Long Island, he worked in Manhattan. He worked with the IBW that worked in the five boroughs, which is Queens, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Manhattan, and Staten Island. So he would travel to work every day, but he left early in the morning before the traffic got really bad on the Long Island Expressway. And he would come home pretty much before the traffic started for rush hour. So he tried to miss rush hour because the way we go in is rush hour. If you went out east, you'd be against rush hour. So I thought that was Eddie. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Who knows? Um. So when the inspectors, the building inspectors in the five boroughs are pretty tough. So whenever he did work renovations here in the house, he would always say if we didn't have to, we didn't get it inspected. But the time has come, and that hopefully in the next 6 months, I'm going to be putting the house up for sale and moving. And I want to legalize certain things. But for some reason, the legalization makes me very tense because you get inspectors. So now downstairs, I have 3 floors, but they're not full floors. The upstairs and the downstairs is like the same in the same line, and then we have the middle floor, which is the kitchen, the dinette area, little dining area, and the living room. But when we bought the house, there was a bathroom downstairs, and it was the toilet and the sink. And I decided when my kids, after my husband, he was going to build it. He was starting, but we bought it with the with the bathroom downstairs. Well, when we went to the closing 30 some odd years ago, she said, the lady who owned it, Mrs. whatever, it doesn't matter. She said, while we were in the closing, and we're new, we didn't buy a house. We've never bought a house before. Both of us came from apartments. And they said something about the bathroom downstairs not being on the, whatever you call it. And she says, oh, yes, it was. It was on the blueprint. We got that one, the extra, and so Eddie and I, whatever, we didn't know, we believe her. Well, comes to pass. So what I did was I had it gutted and the plumbing fixed and a little shower stall put in, a little small shower stall, not a big one, just basically enough to get your body in. Because when the kids were teenagers, I had a feeling, well, first of all, the original bathroom was absolutely disgusting. And I had a feeling that we were going to need multiple places to take showers. So I got it, a shower stall put in, the toilet moved, and the sink moved. Well, because I put a shower stall in, I should have gotten inspected and all this other stuff, right? But since I want to legalize some of the changes I made, I had to get the plumbing inspection. And that was making me really nervous because, you had to do all these things. You had to take pictures, you had to do this, you had to do that, you had to do a riser diagram, which I had to get my plumber, which was expensive as hell, to do like a little scribble on a piece of paper. It was bullpippy what he did for what he cost me. But whatever, they wanted that. And then you had to take pictures, and then they came. And I thought the inspector was going to make us make holes in the wall so he could see the plumbing connections, because where the shower is, where the shower is coming out of, it's like a little wall, and on the other side of this little wall is the sink. So I'm thinking, oh gosh, he's gonna make me break the wall down, and I have a little half paneling on it. It's really sort of cute little bathroom, and so I was worried, like I was just very, very nervous about that. So when he was here, he saw that my pedestal sink had a crack in the basin. Now the crack didn't go all the way through because there was no dripping, but he was like, well, he didn't write it in the report, but he's like, well, you should get that fixed in case it breaks, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, okay, no problem. I'll get it fixed. I'll look for one right away, because just so to let him go. But the thing was, I'm waiting for the CO after that, right? Waiting. And he said it was only going to take 5 to 10 days. So I called the town and asking them, did it get lost in the mail or something? They said, no, we're waiting for the electric. And I'm like, no, because there was always a bathroom down there. So I never installed an electric. So they said, oh, you have to get the assessor to come. Well, who knew that the assessor had to come? So not only did I have to get nervous about the plumbing inspector, but I was also nervous about the assessor, because like if he was going to start looking around, there was other things that I haven't gotten legalized yet, and I don't know what assessors do. I mean, I'm not used to this nonsense. And he was doing the same thing. He said, oh, did you get it underwritten? And I'm like, what the heck is underwriting? He said, the electricity. And that's when I told him again, like, no, we didn't put the electricity in. There was electricity already there because it was a bathroom. And he was looking at the blueprints and he was saying, well, that's not on there, or whatever he was looking. And I explained to him, and at least he was knowledgeable about the area, because I think he lived in the area, that he said, yes, when a lot of the homes, because they were putting them up so fast at the time in my area, a lot of people had blueprints that said, oh, they had a fireplace, and they never had a fireplace. I mean, it was crazy. You know how that happens when so many homes are being put in. Well, I don't know how it happens, and I'm just putting Mod Podge on it to stiffen this a little bit. It's going to be a mess, which means I can't do very much after this, because I got to wait for the Mod Podge to dry. Mod Podge. So the assessor came, and I told him what it was, and that I wasn't waiting for the electrician to come and approve it, simply because the electricity was already there. We didn't run wires for that. And now I got to wait for the assessor's office to approve it so I can finally get the CO. But he didn't look around, thank goodness, and see other things. But I'm hoping he told his boss that I don't need the underwriting, that it's okay. Just put it through. He assessed it, and the taxes are going to go up in 2026. And hopefully I won't be here in 2026. So, I won't have to get the increase in taxes for that. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see if I get it. Ugh, this is messy. We'll see if there's a problem with that now. I have no idea if there's going to be a problem with now the assessor's office boss or something still wanting me to get it underwritten, or whatever the heck they were calling it. I don't know. Oh gosh. Okay. I'm pulling it off because it's wet. Okay, we're gonna have to just leave it like this for a while. Which means I can't go forward. So get this one to be nice and stiff on here. And just, once this dries, it'll be nice and stiff, so maybe the clay will go on it much easier. Or it'll, hopefully. Or I just wasted a whole bunch of paper, you know, paper towels, glue, Mod Podge, whatever. Mod Podge. Okay. Ashley is getting married this Saturday. Is anybody here? Or am I talking to myself? Which is fine. I can talk to myself. But the chat hasn't gone up in a while. So I can touch it if my hands are wet. Okay. All right. I'm still thinking this might be too high of a thing. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm drinking some salsa with purple yam powder in it. Okay. Oh, there's Martha. Hi. Is Cora coming in tonight? No, she's not. It's 8:12. No, her leg was, her footy is bothering her. Something's up, I don't know, something, she's not up to it. That's what she said. Poop. 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 All right. We just had a little accident there. Poopy doop. All right, that was my soda. Oh, goodness, we're going to have a purple yam. Sorry, guys, got it low. Yeah, Meg, we made a mess. All right. I'm okay. I'm okay.
I am watching.
What?
I am watching.
You are watching? Thank you, sweetheart. Whoa,
Hello, people.
Hello. Well, whose towel is this? Did you give me? Oh, what? We're having a little bit of a mess here, guys. I just thought, oh, the frog. Mr. Froggy got all wet. He's got purple. Hi. All right. Did it go on the floor too? Oh gosh, we have an absolute disaster. Oh goodness gracious! I think it went on the floor too, behind. You see it? This is fun. Oh, did it go on the floor? We move this, and is it totally gonna fall down?
Well, this is all wet.
Oh, that's all wet?
Yeah, went all over the floor.
It went all over the floor?
I got it. I think that's enough that your electricity is broken.
My electricity is in the puddle? Oh, that'll be fun. Okay, let's move. Hi, guys, wait. Yeah, electricity. We're having fun here. Just give us a second. Hi. Wow. Oh, gosh. It's coming all over. Well, we can't say we don't do things live here. And weird. My thing is, my sandpaper is in purple water. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's in water. This has got water in it. Wow. Okay. What? That's got water too? No, I think I dried that. Okay. These have water on them. And this is all going to be sticky. You know what? Okay. Well,
Not that sticky. It's not like there's sugar.
now that's true. There's no, well, I did put some of that pear juice in it.
Oh, that's sticky.
Yeah, it's sticky. All right. Oh, watch. Here we go. We're moving. All right. Wow, that was I was just going to say, I have my purple yam powder in salsa. Is that dry? Oh, gosh. No, the underneath of that.
Oh, no.
No? Okay. You want a paper towel? No? Okay. All righty. We're back in business, folks. Yeah, could you take this? What?
Try how.
Oh, could you take this too? Because it's dripping.
Who's on right now? I saw Barbara.
Is Barbara here? No, we have Antonio, Sandra,
Hi, Tony. Hi, Sandra.
Martha,
Hi, Joanne.
Joanne.
Hi, Martha.
No mice were. No mice were
No,
hurt.
but the frog was.
The frog. Ah, don't be tossing them. The frog got a little wet. Thanks for helping me out, Megs. Love you. Okay. Oh, the lights. Okay, and the barrel, which is sticky. Oh, that was fun. Okay, did we all wake up from that? Well, I know I did. So much for, okay, we have a very sticky barrel. Oh, gosh, I'm telling you, which we're not even. Oh, shoot. Oh, and I didn't say, and I want everybody to know the barrel now has a purple bottom. I know. Okay, I want everyone to give me credit that I did not say one curse word. I was thinking them. I'll be honest with you. I thought of quite a few of them. I didn't say them. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well. All right. That explains it. Mike's frog got all messed up, and that explains. Yes, you can tell what happened to the mouse and toe. No, hey, you know what? Excitement never hurt anybody. I'm just gonna leave. I'm not sure what to do with the barrel right now because it's all wet both ends. So I'm just gonna leave it here to sort of dry. And in the meantime, I figured maybe I can cut out some of these barrel things. All right, it should work now much better. Okay, so question is, do I want this thinner? I don't know. And the answer is, I don't have the slightest idea. Okay, F-bomb would have been the first thing out of my mouth. Yeah, we were thinking them. We were thinking that. Let me see if I should make it thinner. I might not want it thinner. Oh, wait, there's more purple juice on my pasta machine, which is over here, stage right. Oh, shoot. Okay. All right. Let's see. I think I could make them a little thinner. Now that I got the paper towels on there. Okay, let's just see things here. All right, let's get that ruler out again. Oh boy, what fun. Thank goodness Megan was watching. Okay. And that's pretty straight still, but let's straighten it out a little bit. Okay. I don't think I need it. Oh, hello. Oh, is it going to be sticky now? Come on. Don't be sticky. We don't need you to be sticky. Don't be sticky. Okay. See, because it got stickier. I don't know. Did it get wet? It didn't get wet. No purple juice on this, I don't think. No. All right, we're going to start measuring out. We're going to start measuring out. Yes, it is sticky. So you know what? 1 second. Okay. So many things I'm doing tonight that I don't normally do. What I would have normally done was just left this to, I don't know, I'll use this one. Just left this to, whatchamacallit, leach out. But I'm just going to put cornstarch on it right now, and that should make it less sticky. Because I just want to show everyone. Let's get a straighter edge. Okay. All right. This is going to bother me. So let's straighten that edge out. All right. Now, I know this is longer than this, which is good. And we're going to start measuring out. What did I say I liked? Okay. I liked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sixteenths. So I'm going to see if we can do this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I saw something moving over there. I was like, oh no, what? Now we got ants already? Okay, where am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just make a couple of them and see if this idea works. I'm going to turn it this way. 1, 2. Am I on line? Oh, right there. 2, 3, 4, 5. So as I was saying, I like Adam Savage because he makes mistakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if he's ever had a spill though. Okay. Of that lovely magnitude. I was thinking about if I really wanted to get authentic, if I got a bunch of coffee stirrers and put them in water, could I bend them? But then I said, you know what? Polymer clay is so much easier. All right, so I'm going to play with this for a little bit. I'm not going to take them just apart just yet. Let's see if I have, because I want to add some details to them. And some lines so they look like wood. Let's see. Ow, jeez. Tonight's an interesting night. Yep, okay. All right. So let's add some texture to the polymer clay. Ooh. Okay. To make it at least look like it's wood. This is what Martha uses as her dotting tools. Well, it's a pokey. And I don't care if it looks like old wood and really, you know, little knot. I don't want these, I don't want to get them. Okay. And then this is sometimes good to add little bits of texture. But you got to be very gentle with it. Show you like on a piece like this, if I can flatten this out. It does add some nice, I don't know if you can see that, texture to it. Let's have a bigger one. Now these strips are much longer than this, so the ends are going to be cut off, so I'm not worried about going all the way to the end. But this is like a fun part of polymer clay, you know, when you get to where you can just like, you know, play around a little bit, and it doesn't have to be exact, because wood doesn't, you know, wood doesn't really have an exact thing to it, but it's, you know, it's nice to do this a little bit. Oh, because you couldn't comment? I've never caught him live. You mean you couldn't comment after the video? In the comments below or in the chat? I love watching him build Legos because he always has to go back because he missed a piece. But I used to love building. We used to buy Eddie Legos, you know, because he used to like it. And I used to love to build them. He used to just like to play with the pieces. And every time I built them, he would keep it for a little while. And then the next thing I know, he took it all apart and he would make his own little things with it. And he used to drive me crazy because I used to like some of the things. Oh, yeah, little knot holes every once in a while. Got to do a little knot hole. I could just do it like, whoa, hello, come back here. I could do it like this. No, this isn't working so well, is it? Why is it sticking to that? I could just do it like this and then do my lines over it. See, you have to, sometimes I don't remember what I've done. I don't know if you people find that. Oh, I could just do the whole piece like this. I don't remember how I do things. And I don't know, like I have done, like I said, a barrel before, a bigger one than this, and I don't really recall how I did that. So sometimes you just have to do it for a little bit, and then then you have an idea. So if I did that first, then I wouldn't have to redo my lines, which means that's how I will do the rest of it because you already have wood texture in there. And if the lines are a little crooked, that's okay too. Yeah, I love, on a live video? Oh, okay. Because I've never caught him live at all. I don't know why. I think you have to, well, whatever, who knows. He had Legos all over the table, and I just absolutely love, he puts them all, which is, I think, something I sort of did. I sort of sorted them by color, but he puts them all by color, by shape. So he has a term for it too, and I forgot what the term was, but can you see any of this texture? I don't know if you can see any of this texture that I'm doing. Is my camera picking it up at all? Yeah. What's going to happen though is that the paint it's going to help when I do paint these, because I will have to paint this because I want it a little bit lighter. So I'm probably going to either do a light wash or dry brushing on these because this is too dark of a color for me. This texture is going to bring it out. So you might not be able to see it now, but it will, in the final piece, at least show some texture so that it sort of fakes the eye out, or makes people, think it's like wood, or at least it looks enough like wood to whatever. You know what I'm talking about. It doesn't have to be exact. As long as you try to make it look almost as much as possible. Okay. Is this drying? Almost, except for the purple spots. Okay. Yeah, it's drying. I don't know which way to even put it. Here, let's leave the purple spots out like it. Like a octopus. Okay. Good, I'm glad you can see it. Thank you, Martha. Glad you can see it. Okay. So let's go back to measuring. I think these are called stabs, S-T-A-V-E-S. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but turn it around. at least if I start getting some of these done tomorrow when that thing dries, and if I decide to use it, it'll be, because I'm not going to polymer clay. This is another thing. I'm not going to polymer clay the full barrel at one time. I'm going to polymer clay maybe half of it, bake it, and then come back and do the other side. So just so you know what I'm doing. And then once I get the whole barrel done and baked, I'm going to put the crossbands on it. But I am using number 5 on my pasta machine, so I remember the thickness of the clay. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three, 4, 5. Okay. Still twilight outside. It's not pitch black. That's the summer for you. I don't know if I have enough going that way, but we'll see. So this guy, let's get into some of the, in case people haven't read it, the definitions of him, or the description. He wears a green velvet coat with fur around it. His chest is bare. He has a holly and icicle wreath on his head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has that cornucopia thing he handles, which I got to figure out what comes out of it. And he's sitting there on top of a room full of food. You know what? I'm just going to move this out of my way because it's been in my way. So I'm going to move it out of my way and I'll read you. So that's him. He's a giant. He has a rusty scabbard, which I've mentioned. Brown curly hair, but I'm not going to put hair on him. Let's see what else. And there's all sorts of food and, you know, around him on platters. And now I am not going to be doing any of the meat food, but I will be putting like berries and nuts, maybe even a teapot, a mouse-sized teapot, and a wassail bowl. And there's ivy and I think ivy and holly all around. The room is supposedly decorated with like all these greenery, but I'm not making a room. I'm just making a platform, you know, him sitting up on a platform. And yeah, so we're gonna have fun with all the accessories. I have some of those little wooden pedestals that would look as like nice little places to put things on top of, so it's all different heights. So once I get this barrel done, I'm gonna be working on his, like I said, probably his coat next, or maybe the feet. I'm not sure. All right, this is crooked. Okay. So But making wood texture is really, I like it. This is one of the fun things. That's why I guess I like trees so much. I like texturizing them. It's sort of just like drawing lines. Trees are a little harder because you have to get the bark looking stuff. But oh geez, everything is just stop already. Okay, there you go. I mean, I like doing this better than sewing, that's for sure. I mean, the making of the mice, that doesn't bother me. The clothes is something especially male clothing, because of the pants and stuff, and the jackets, because trying to get this area right here is always really hard for me. That's why I've come to, just gluing everything down instead of trying to sew it, because I used to try to sew this area. It just doesn't work for me. So I'm trying to glue it. But now the only thing about his cloak is that he's going to have that fur, the white trim around it, and that's going to hide a lot of sins. But I am going to probably like I said, I'm going to do it in another fabric first, then make all the mistakes on that, hopefully, and figure out where all the darts and the seams go and stuff. And then we'll go from there. And then I can pull that apart, like I said. I don't know if I'm going to try to sew that really, like just like a basting stitch. And then I can, pull it apart and use that as the real pattern. Because even though I think I'm getting pretty good with the paper patterns, there's still a lot of adjusting that I have to do on the body. And with other fabrics, and the glue is so much, it's okay, but not with velvet. And then the Ghost of Christmas Future, oh, he's going to be fun. He's just getting black stuff, black fabric. I have a sheet that I'm going to dye black, and it's just going to get draped over him all over the place. And I'll probably have more trouble with that than any of the rest of them, because I'm thinking it's the easiest one. Okay. Well, besides the purple, okay, you know what? Yeah. I don't really need it. Okay, so just going to take all the drippy purple off because it's not helping this thing to dry. And my scissors these scissors are so sharp they're not even cutting the wet paper towel. Okay. Okay, well, this fiasco is going to dry. Okay. All right. This is pulling it down. Okay. All right. Okay, well, we're gonna leave it on it. Maybe if I leave it on its side, it'll dry a little bit better. Okay. Okay. Put this over here. Mess around with this a little bit more. I don't want the paper towels to be pulling it as it dries in. Okay. Well, we'll play with that tomorrow. Let's see. So I'm getting this is my polymer clay. I'm going to, of course, need a lot more, but you saw what I was going to do. I'm just going to drape it over the top of this. Probably since now that I have paper towel all over it, I could use a liquid Sculpey on there, so it really stays on. And by the time that all bakes, that's going to be pretty firm. Hopefully. And then I'll know, like I'll have someplace to seat him. He has someplace to sit so that I can figure out how I want his coat to go over, if I want him sitting on the coat, or I want the coat to go all around the barrel, but I wanted to have the barrel so that I can see what would really look good, because I had a tin can or something that's pretty much the same size, but I just wanted to have the barrel first because I thought it was better to have the actual thing. And that's about it. It's 8:48. So I'm going to move over. Settings. I'm going to do that one. I'm going to do mirror. Hello. We're still here. Why is the lights off? But everything's been a little bit messed up. Hold on. Okay. Turn the light on. Turn this thing off. Off. Oh, that made it brighter. There we go. Okay. Whew. So semi-successful evening. Not the most successful evening, but at least I sort of showed you how I was going to get it done, which is basically what I do all the time. I sort of show you how I do something, and the next time you see it, it's already done. But I promise, if I redo the barrel, where are you? If I redo the barrel, I will go live tomorrow while I'm redoing it. I might have a lot of the components done, but I'll just show it to everybody that I redid it, because again, dry time. When people are not live, they can cut out all the dry time, and nobody knows how long it really takes anybody to get anything done. So that's why if you see these, videos where somebody builds a whole big thing in 20 minutes, that's sort of baloney, because you can't. Not with dry time anyway. So, okay. It's a little bit early. It's only 8:50. I don't have anything else. You saw, oh, everything is such a mess tonight. Okay. Whew. This is good. It's still sort of light out here. Still sort of light. So, that's all I got, really. Next time, let's see. But yeah, that's it. So I'm just going to continue doing this. I don't know what's going to be next week. if next week I do the coat and the whole thing, it'll be a private video like we did the last time. And, because I don't like showing how, not that it really matters because I don't get a lot of views, but why show anybody how I do those things? Let them figure it out for themselves. I don't ever show really how I needle felt mice because it's not my original design, although I do things a lot differently than how I was taught. But I just feel uncomfortable showing it online because it wasn't me. Snowmen, was me. I know that other people do videos of it, but whatever the heck. I wasn't that I was taught from somebody else and I'm sort of using their thing. But that's just how I feel. A lot of people don't feel that way, whatever. Okay, so, yes, thank you, Joanne. I enjoyed it too, even though the whole room smells like purple yam juice. But whatever, it's fine. So until I see you again, everybody, thank you for coming in. Love you all. And till I see you again, have fun creating beauty. Good night, folks. Bye-bye.